What's happening, Wargamers? Welcome to another Star Wars Shatterpoint Battle Report from Aegis Brand Studios. Once again, I'm your host, Leland. I'm joined by Alex.
Hello.
And we have another riveting game of Star Wars Shatterpoint where we muddle our way through it, pretend we know what we're doing. And,
exactly.
Alex just rolls big handfuls of dice at me.
That is the plan.
As he does. So we're getting Cassian Andor on the table again, and we're finally seeing the return of Kit Fisto and a bunch of Jedi. So looking forward to seeing that one here. So we're going to get into that in just a moment. Remember, guys, if you like what you see, get the algorithm going, like, comment, subscribe, or you can go to patreon.com/AegisBrandStudios or YouTube memberships. A couple bucks a month keeps the lights on, keeps content coming and fresh. Or you can go to iwargame.net, use code AegisBrand, let them know we sent you, and get one of these fancy battle mats for 10% off. Anyway, let's go take a look at the teams. All right, I see a familiar face here, and then a bunch of Jedi.
Yeah. I thought that the Padawan's Day Out list actually got so much better now that we have two really, really good Padawans. In the form of a knight and a master who aren't Padawans. So
yeah, Nadar Veb is good.
Nadar Veb good.
He's frustrating to deal with at
times. Shakti good.
Yep.
Kit Fisto good. Luminara good. Arf's good. Padawan learners also here.
Yeah, they are here. Jury's still out on those ones. And continuing our experimentation with Cassian Andor this week, he is paired up with Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker's box. So we got Andor K2SO Rebel Pathfinders with Jedi Knight Luke Boosh and Lando and R2 Inside Job. So not exactly, I don't necessarily think it's competitive, but I wanted to try it. So here we go. And I forgot my Rebel Commando somewhere else. So that's why you're not seeing them on the table.
Fair enough.
Yeah, here we go. Deployment's all set, ready to go. Alex, you won priority and chose shifting priorities.
I did.
As the mission. So we know these center ones are going to be active. We know that for a fact right there. But let's find out what one we have here. And we got recon enemy positions.
Okay.
So that one's active, and the Pathfinders get their active as well. So there we go. So let's jump into turn one. All right, kicking us off, we got Nadar Veb.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, and get him up onto a point, make people come to him, start refreshing your force early on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Nadar.
Choosing himself to dash.
Yep.
Doing a little flip.
She's throwing him all over the place, bringing lightsabers.
He's just using the force. That's all.
The care I see you treat my models with is
yeah. I have to thank you somehow.
Yeah, and you can definitely hit that ingress point.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Climb right on up, and then do a little hunker.
Makes sense.
These boxes.
Yeah, there we go. Now he's posed all dramatically with his back to the crates.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. All right, and you'll take that point. Rebel's going to counter with the Shatterpoint card. All right, instead we're just going to go with Cassian, I guess. All right, so Cassian is going to go, and we're going to have him, unfortunately, not do as much as I'd like here. We're going to get him right over here, and then figure out what we're doing. Nadar going to get a little carried away.
Yep. Just going to move, or dash, towards Cassian here.
Yep. Well,
put some pressure on that center point.
It makes sense, yeah, because now I got to get some good conditions in here or do something. So I'm going to switch over to all the way.
Okay.
And we're going to take a shot at Nadar Veb. Here we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to start by seeing.
Pretty solid on my part. I'm walking 4.
So I'm going to get 2 crits through.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so it's not what I wanted to see, unfortunately. So you're going to be taking 3 damage. I am going to shove you.
Okay. Which gets me not off the elevation, but off the center point.
And unfortunately, that is not enough to put Cassian on this center point, so I'm not actually going to take it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, no, I needed one more shove, is what I needed there, unfortunately. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to spend a force.
Okay.
And we're going to have to move some people around again. We are going to choose Luke. And he's going to dash up to there. He's not a spy, so he does not get a hunker. But Cassian gets to do a dash.
And get up onto that center point.
Yeah, so he's going to have to ingress up, but he gets a dash, or he gets a hunker because he is a spy. And that is going to be Cassian all done.
All right.
So yeah, 2 points for me. Okay, Jedi responding with the Padawan learners.
Who might be getting reserved?
And into reserve they go.
Yep, which means Lumi lets me peek. It's Kit Fisto.
All right, Kit Fisto being a victim of timing and circumstances.
Yeah, he's not actually quite able to reach over to Cassian's ingress point there. Not quite able to, so he is going to have to spend a force for that cool force speed.
Just going to go chill with Nadar Veb.
Yep, hit this ingress point.
Yep.
Try and take the full distance we got here.
I mean, you also have a hunker that you can do at this point
That
as
is
well,
the
right?
plan, yeah.
Or, I mean, you could recover Nadar. I mean, he only took 3 damage, and Nadar gets...
fine.
Yeah, there we go.
We don't care. We're going to hunker.
Okay. There we go. Just into those crates there, and you'll score 2.
Yep.
And we'll both get some momentum for this.
Fantastic.
All right, we got K2SO. All right, K2SO is actually going to hit this ingress point.
All right.
And then we're going to do something. I think we're going to shoot Nadar Veb.
Okay.
Now we've got 7 dice going into Mr. Nadar Veb here.
Yep.
That's really bad as well. You got it. You're
I'm
fine.
blocking only 4.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
With 2 recovers.
But at least I score 2. There we go. Moving on. Lumi's letting you peek there.
Lumi's letting me peek, which gives me some really interesting options here.
Do you know what you're up to? Do you want a moment?
I think I need a moment.
So we got the Padawan learners going, eh?
Yep, we're pulling them out of reserve, and we're going to be starting with their dash. They get a focus. Cool.
So you're spending a force for them to...
Yeah.
Okay. So you're down to 4, I believe?
Yep.
Okay.
Then they get a cool move action.
So they're just prepping for future struggles or future activations at this point.
They're not really going to be... Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to hunker first. Because I think if I can get one of them onto the right elevation, I think that's worth it.
Just remember to get the angle right because you're going to bump a wall there.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you want to hunker more this direction like that. That gets you up there.
Yeah, and then the other guy goes to like there.
Something like that.
Something like that.
He bounces.
And then movement.
That looks like you do hit the ingress point there. So I'll lose the hunker. You'll lose your hunker as well.
Oh no.
I don't know, the Padawans kind of need their hunkers.
I don't know about that. They're probably fine.
So, yeah, there we go. And then, yeah, Padawan's all done with that movement. 2 points scored, and we both get some momentum.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got next? The Shatterpoint card.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go with Bouche, and we are going to use her ability to reposition us, or to advance a spy. Well, reposition a spy.
Reposition, yeah.
So go ahead and recover a force and all that sort of good stuff. I'm spending 2 force here. Well, no, you know what? I'm gonna punch first.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch first. So I'm gonna focus and punch.
All right.
So we got 9 dice because I'm Shatterpointing her with Cassian's ability.
All right.
That's a good roll.
That's a really good roll. I'm going to block 3 with 2 recovers.
All right. Well, my 3 expertise here is going to be a crit and a strike and a damage.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to pin you. I'm going to deal 5 points of damage with the expertise, and then we're going to shove Nadar off the point.
Okay. Nadar's got 2 recovers as part of his expertise. He's going to peel that pin off and 1 of the damage.
That's fine. Then I'm going to spend 2 force, and we're going to do a low blow.
Yep.
And we're going to push. We're going to push Kit Fisto down to there. And
Rude.
What we're going to do is we're just going to push Bouche over to there.
But he's steadfast. How could you?
I should have done this first because that actually gives me a focus on there, but it doesn't really matter. I wasn't going to low blow if I couldn't get Nadar off the point.
That's fair.
Is basically what it rolled down to. So I will take this point back. Nadar is hurting.
Yep.
And I will score 2.
All right.
Oh, no, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than 2 this time.
All right. All right, moving on.
We've got Shakti going right into reserve.
Okay, so that puts you down to 4. That worked so hard to get rid of that one.
And then we have the Shatterpoint.
All right, so you got options. All right, Nadar going to get Shatterpointed?
Yep. We're going to get a cool little dash on this
Yes, sir.
this guy here. And then
So
Nadar's
you'll take that as long as weird shenanigans don't happen.
Yep.
And then Nadar, we know he can get to this ingress point. Yeah.
And he's going to go take that Padawan's place, show him how it's done.
There we go. And how many dice am I getting to the face with Cassian here?
Probably 7. Looks like 7.
7 dice? All right, well, I got 5. 7 dice to my 5.
It's a pretty good 7.
Yeah.
4 expertise is 2 crits.
Well, I will block your 1 strike, and your crits go through, but I also have a recover off all this. So.
All right. So we are going to be doing a total of 3 whole damage to you.
Yep.
We're going to shove you off of the point, and we're going to get a jump.
Oh, I was expecting
recover.
2 shoves, but okay.
I can't get to 2 shoves.
Yeah, you can. Oh, no, you're right. You're
Not
right.
on 3,
Okay, never mind.
yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Sorry, I was misviewing the thing there.
Yeah, so we just follow up on that shove. We do a little victory jump.
Woo! Do a little jump. Yeah, just make sure you're back far enough that I can't shove you off in one.
Yeah.
And you recover 1 of your damage.
I do. It's great.
Yeah,
we
there
love this.
And you'll score 3 points.
I will.
So we both get some momentum.
Momentum.
Woo. All right, we are going to get the Rebel Pathfinders. All right, so what we're going to do here is we got the Pathfinders, and I was looking at Nadar Veb, but instead we are going to go have words with the Padawans here, I think.
That makes sense to me.
I think that's what we're up to. So, you know, I get more distance if I hit the ingress point.
That makes
with
sense
this
to
one.
me.
So she'll get up to there, and we'll just throw 2 6-die attacks into the Padawans here. Ground level 1 first. Okay, all right. That's a roll that I can be happy
I'm
with.
very okay with this defense roll. I'm blocking 3 with a recover.
Well, I'll get 2 crits through.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3 damage.
Okay, I'll recover 1 of those damage.
And we're going to do it again.
Do I deflect you?
Is it worth the force?
Nah.
All right. And here comes the other one. Oh, no.
Blocking 3.
Yep. That's 1 goes through, I guess.
Okay.
So take 2 more points of damage.
All right.
That was awful. And that'll just be 2 points for me.
All right.
All right, Jedi going to respond with Luminara. All right, so where's Lumi off to?
She's going to take a move action right over to here.
Yep.
And she's definitely not going to be in range.
You're going to spend force for a full
anything.
recover, aren't you?
Oh, I'm spending force for a full recover. She's going to do a cool hunker. She's going to be within 3 of those Padawans. She's going to spend 2 force and full recover the Padawans.
All right, sounds good. And that'll put you to 1 on your side there.
Yeah.
All right, who do we got? We got Boosh. That's not who I wanted, to be honest. We're going to move this big clunky spy.
Fantastic.
Actually, hold up a second. All right, we're going to move the famous spy K2SO right over to here. And then Boosh is going to we're just going to move just to get a better angle on Nadar Veb here, because that gives me the angle I need.
It looks like it to me, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to toss 6 dice into Nadar. 2 successes. That's what I'm... Oh, my goodness, there's those fails again.
You got your crits.
You don't have crit mitigation,
I
do
don't
you?
turn them off.
All right, beautiful.
I am blocking 4, though.
That's fine. I will get another crit through with my expertise here.
Goodness.
So
Okay,
3 crits go through. Sadly, I'm still not straining you because I got to do the push route. So you're going to take 4 damage. You're going to... Oh, you recovered the pin. That's right.
I did recover the pin,
So we're just going to shove you off the point here. You're going to be pinned, and you're going to take 4 points of damage.
Which leaves him alive on 1.
Yep. And I'm not going to follow up with Boosh. I want her to stay on the point and make you deal with that right
Fair.
there, which is really good for me. Now, the fun part is we are still contesting this objective. It doesn't flip.
Yep.
Dang it. Yeah. I actually need to follow up because if I don't, then I definitely don't take the point. I now have enough people on it that it's mine, and because K2 is on it, it's going to be really difficult for you to take it back.
Yeah, I have to move K2 in order to.
But I will also score 3. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Jedi Master Shakti's going.
Yep, we're pulling
so
her
first
out of
off,
reserve. First things first, he's going to dash, hit this
the-
ingress point
Yep.
to my point again.
Woo! Yep.
And then she gets a cool jump.
As long as you don't take somebody down so a rebel can take it back. Or at least hold it, right?
Just going to go right there.
Yep. And then
She's going to do a hunker.
Yeah.
Because she's definitely not punching anybody.
And now your second action can get you over onto this point if you so choose.
I want to see what the full distance of this move gets me.
Yeah. Now, very important to note that K2 is very difficult to push. You got to get like just the right angle.
I think if I go here, that's going to be okay.
Okay.
Because that gets me within 2 of Boosh. So it's
Spending your last force?
yeah, spend my last 2 force for a force repulse.
Okay, so you got to start with pushing Boosh.
Yeah.
All right, so Boosh got pushed back there. K2 just got pushed into there because you figured that it's easier to hold
Yeah,
this
the only
point.
valid angle to push him would have put him on this point.
Yeah. So Cassian's been pushed off. Nadar's been pushed back there. The Padawan learner's been pushed back there. Explosive turn from Shakti, taking this center point back for you.
Not taking
that one's back as a lockdown.
K2 still has lockdown.
Lockdown for the win there.
But I will score 3.
Yeah, you're still scoring 3. There we go. And we got Bar 2. All All right, so we got bar 2 going, and what we're going to do is bar 2 up there, and then Lando is... This feels a little weird because I feel like I'm kind of abandoning this point here. We're just going to go over there, but I want to make sure that I'm within 4 of Nadar Veb, and we'll do some attacks. We'll start with R2.
Okay.
Looking for 1 success with R2. Yeah, that'll do it.
That's more than 1. I'm blocking 2 with a recover.
Okay, well, I will get through 2 crits and a damage.
Cool.
So that's going to be 4 damage and a shove.
Cool.
So I will just shove Nadar.
Yep.
Back that way. And then bar 2 will just shove himself up there.
I'm going to use that recover to get rid of that pin.
That's fair.
And then I'm going to use the flow of the force trigger to get rid of that pin 3 more times, I guess. There's no other damage or things to remove.
There we go. Okay. And I guess we'll throw 5 dice into Kit Fisto.
All right.
That's not nearly as good, and it looks like you blocked it all.
That blocked 4.
Yeah, you blocked it all, so nothing goes on there. And that's going to be Lando and bar 2 all done. Sadly, I don't take a point back, but I do score 2.
All right.
And that brings us to the ARFs.
Yep. I don't think we quite make it past Lumi here with this guy, so he's just going to...
Yeah, but you got your defensive maneuvers.
No, I don't. What's force?
Oh, that's right. We're both out of force. Whew. I'm just kind of glad Luke will at least have some force to play with.
Now it's shooting time.
Yes, sir. ARF's going to unload into K2.
Yep, starting with the one up front. Pretty good roll, no expertise.
Hey,
but,
that's a good roll for me right there. That's going to be, I'm going to be blocking 2 more and a crit to a strike.
Crit to strike, and then you block a total of 4.
Block a total of 4, so 2 go through.
2 go through, which is what I needed. That's 2 damage, a pin, and a shove.
Well, that pin sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Yep, so just bonk right back there.
And then the other guy shoots you.
Yep, so hopefully it's not as effective as the first one for me anyway. Because that was a good ARF roll.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
another really good ARF roll. 2 expertise is just a strike.
So I'm going to block 3 and a crit down to a strike. So you still got your 2 through, which you needed.
So that's 3 damage because I'm reapplying the pin and a shove.
Yep. So that's the important thing is you got the other shove.
Yeah.
Which is
sends him just past Cassian there and gets him well off that center point.
It means you take that center point back, which is very important.
Score 4.
And score 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And we know we have Luke to polish off the round from me here. So I get a force back and we get to do a little jumpy jump. So Luke's going to jump over there. And unfortunately, can't do a focus here, which is really unfortunate. But we will then get him up to here with this ingress point.
Okay. And when you do that move action, Nadar's just going to take this opportunity to get a little more central.
All right, at least he has no landing point there.
Yeah, no, he's not climbing up, but he's just getting a little more centralized on the board.
No, that's fair. Did you pay force for that? Because I don't think it's an innate.
You're right. I don't pay force for that. He goes back to where he was.
I call it your perfidious ways, and you're like, no.
You're right. You know.
Yeah, because it's not an innate; it's a reactive ability.
Very fair.
Yeah, so there we go. All right, so we got 7 dice going into Shakti here. That's a pretty good Luke roll there.
Decent Shakti as well, blocking 3.
All right, yeah, okay. So we'll just get rid of those 3 right there. My expertise is going to be 3 go through.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 go through, which is going to be 5 damage. A shove.
Yeah.
So shove number 1 to get you down to there. Shove number 2 to get you over to there.
Okay.
And now I'm very torn because now I can actually jump over and go play with the Padawans if I so choose. But I don't think I choose that.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to, we are going to take the jump, I think. All right, and then Luke is going to use his jump, and we're going to jump over to here.
Okay.
And then we're going to spend my last force. You can either profit by this or be destroyed.
Yep.
So you get to dash a character that's contesting the objective.
And then you get to dash afterwards.
And then I dash towards the point. Yeah.
Towards the point.
I have to dash towards the point.
Okay. So we're going to take this guy, and he's going to dash over to the center point.
That's fine. And Luke will just dash over here. I mean, Luke was only taking 1 point this round anyway.
I'm just trying to minimize the damage he does on his way over there.
Yep. Well, actually, hold on a second. Hold up a second, because I was right there, right? Yeah. No, I don't think there's a world in which my towards can't get you there. So we're just gonna do that. That's gonna be Luke's turn. All done. I'll score 2 points, and get some momentum.
Yep.
All right, Jedi have a good chance of taking the struggle. You got the Padawans.
I don't hate it.
You don't hate it. No, they can do some work. All right, Padawans just kind of trivially take the.
They can do some stuff on their way out of taking the struggle, but they are going to try and take the struggle.
Unfortunately, I stalled down a little bit. With when I was unable to shove anyone with the Pathfinders.
So we're going to start with lessons learned. Heal a damage on Shock T.
Yep.
Then it's cool dash time. One's just going to dash over there.
Okay. Because you're getting the Nadar's right down there, you get the focus.
Yep. This one's going to dash right up this way.
Because that is an important aspect of it. You got to be within range of another. I think it's either Force user or a Jedi.
Any Force user. Yeah.
So.
And then it's a move action.
Yep.
This one hits the ingress point, climbs on down, gets onto that back point.
And do you want to be engaged with the Pathfinder and punch him?
I don't think I can. I have an option to not be engaged with him, but this one's just gonna. I'll go right there.
Cool. And now we got some. What is that? I think like 6 die attacks coming my way.
Yeah.
7 die. Yeah, 7 die attacks coming my way. Okay. Pathfinder's taking the first shot to the face here.
Yep. Okay.
Oh.
Ooh, not okay. Yeah, 2 is 2 strikes. How many were you blocking?
1. So 3 go through.
3 go through.
I mean, you're not killing them, but you're getting some recovers in there, which...
The recovers aren't doing anything. I get a shove first.
You got to be careful, because I don't think you...
I think 1 shove will keep me on the point.
I think it keeps you on the point. So either way, you're shoving the Pathfinder off?
I'm going to do the shove. It's going to be 2 damage.
Okay.
The first recover's not doing anything, but...
So are you risking the follow-up?
That's a good question.
I think you're good. I think. Oh, you know what? No,
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You. Oh no, because we treat the ladders that you can go through them.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think because I don't go past it.
So yeah, that's fair. Either way, like I think you have options.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're within 1 or you're within 2 regardless.
Okay. Just go to right there.
Yeah, like you're still within 2.
It's so that the third success, which is 2 recovers, is gonna. Oh, Nadar's down.
Yeah, so
I'm not following up the shove. What am I doing? I was trying to recover Nadar.
That's right. We're looking at Nadar and he's down.
Yeah.
And then we got 5 dice, or 7 dice into bar 2.
Yeah. Just 6.
Did you focus?
No.
You got to focus off your.
Oh, you're right.
Force rush.
I had 1 more attack, 1 more die into that dude.
That's why I said 7 dice.
Oh, I'm stupid. 1 more success. Take 1 more damage, I guess.
All right, so I'll take, what is it, 3, 4 total?
1, 2, 3, and an expose.
Okay, cool. And now into bar 2.
Now the correct number of dice in the bar.
Oh, are you exposing?
Oh, yes, I'm exposing
because
with
the ARFs are within
coordinated
range.
fire.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, good. I rolled no things anyway. And
2 expertise is 2 strikes.
So 2 strikes go through.
Okay. That's going to be 2 damage, a recover that does nothing, and a shove.
All right, just gonna shove him right back.
Are you currently on that point?
I am not.
Then I will not shove you.
Oh, actually, no, sorry, I am.
Well, then I will shove you, because why not?
Okay, so we'll just shove him right back there. Gunk, like that. And
I think I'm okay without following up, and
that's the Padawans all done, and that's the struggle.
That's the struggle.
All right. All right, that was a close struggle, but your momentum carried you through just a little bit stronger than mine did. So we are going to move on to, we're going to need a new exit. And
interesting.
I think this is the one I go with.
Yeah.
Right here. I think so.
I think it's a lot easier for you to pivot characters back there.
I don't know, because if I do this one, you actually start with 2 right off the hop.
Whereas the
if
other
we do
one,
this one, I start with 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? We got to do this one.
You think so?
Yeah, we got to do that one.
Okay.
Before we forget, this town is ready to blow. Kit Fisto and the Padawans are going to take some damage here, hopefully. 2.
Okay.
Yep. So 2 damage onto Kit Fisto, 2 damage onto the Padawans. I now kind of wish I had left Shakti on the point over here. That would have just taken her down. But there we go. And the priority point is going to be this back point right over here. And who do we got to start with? Luke.
Luke just takes it.
Yeah, but that feels bad because Luke's not punching anyone in the process, which kind of sucks. All right, Luke's going to go. We're going to jump down here and get within 2 of the ARFs. And I'm greedy. I'm going to focus punch into the ARF. So
Okie dokie.
Yeah, so we're going to roll 9 dice into the ARFs on Gemso. All right, here we go. I'm looking for 3 successes here. I think I got it.
I'm only blocking 2.
Yeah, my thing is only going to be another crit and a strike here for for my expertise here.
Then you pull 2 strikes out and get 5, which is more than 3.
Almost my full tree. Wild.
Yeah.
And Shakti is going to benefit from Flow of the Force.
Yep.
And Luke is just going to go right here and basically backstop himself.
That makes sense.
Against this point here. Yeah, and that's Luke. So it'll be 3 points and a momentum for me.
All right.
All right, priority point is going to be... okay, that's the uncontested one at the moment. So that's good for you. I don't know if Nadar can make it, though.
Probably not.
And Nadar just gets reserved.
Which means it's peeking time? Ooh, it's a Shatterpoint.
Yeah. Nadar it is! There we go.
What about second Nadar?
Exactly. All right, Padawan learners getting the Shatterpoint.
Yeah, I think they've got a weirdly good turn right now.
I think they have an okay turn.
Wow. What the heck? Anyways, we're spending a
Sorry,
force.
I have no respect for the Padawan learners.
What the heck, man?
They have yet to impress me.
Spend a force for a dash.
Yep.
That one's going to go there, and the other one's going to run. Just...
Yeah, you got sort of like an angle that you gotta go through here, but...
Just right to about there. They end within so many force users.
Yep, and you are engaged with R2.
I would actually like to end not engaged if possible,
okay.
yeah. That way I'd like to get the full distance out of my move to just... Because now it's move action time.
Yep. So basically what you want to do...
just go base to base with the back end of R2 there.
Yeah, because one shove is all you need at that point.
Yeah. And this guy...
That's going to be tight whether or not it gets you in there or not. All right, so that Padawan just ends within range 2, very tight range 2.
Yeah.
But over here, this is the money one right here.
Yeah.
You're looking to shove bar 2 off the
which
the point.
is going to be 7 die because I'm remembering the focus this time.
All right.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
2 strikes is 2 block.
Your
strikes.
attacks have been on the money today.
Yeah.
Like, just no question about it. I'm going to be blocking 3 and a crit to a strike.
No crits to effect, so 4.
Yep. So you got what you needed there.
Yep, that's going to be...
You almost full treed as well.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah. So 1 shove is all you need, but you got 2 shoves in there, I believe.
Yeah, it's going to be 4 damage, 2 shoves, a disarm, and a recover.
Okay. Gonna shove him twice?
Yep.
So
just to be sure.
Yeah, so he's just gonna bonk into there. Any follow-ups for you?
Nope.
Okay. And you will score 3 points.
Yeah.
Bonk, and we both get some momentum for that. All right, and we are going for, that's Luke's point. That's great for me.
Great for you, yeah.
And we got K2SO. So forward planning from bar 2 is going to activate. We're going to get rid of that pin, and then K2SO is just going to do some stuff here, I guess, and we're just going to walk down here, and we're going to throw 7 dice into this wonderful little kid here. All right, so you went ahead and rolled well before the camera was going there.
Sorry.
Oh, K2SO angry.
He's very angry.
Because that's going to be a crit and a damage.
Okay. I'm blocking 2 and a recover.
So 5 go through, which is not quite my... Oh, that is my tree. Never mind.
All right.
All right, so we're going to do the path that shoves the Padawan learner once, like so, because you're not drawing them for a little bit, which is really good.
No, yeah. I just did the Shatterpoint, and they were my first draw.
Yeah, and then we're just going to put K2 right there.
It's darn lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. We're also going to apply a pin and a strain onto you.
Yeah, but they have a recover, so they're going to get rid of the pin.
Okay, so the strain goes down. Score 3.
Yep.
There we go. Republic responding. And then that is going to be Luke's
point.
Yeah, come take it. Luke says hello.
Yeah.
And you got Nadar, Veb, and whoever's top deck in there.
I think it might be Nadar then.
Okay. All right, so Nadar's tactic is going to kick in.
Yep, we're just going to get him over to the other side of this box here, which, as illustrated, does not keep him engaged with this this guy.
We have to check proper angles here, though.
Yep.
We're just going to move this a little bit.
Just out.
By a hair.
Let's go.
By a hair. Okay. And then Nadar is going to advance. Yeah, make sure he gets right in the cup of the base there.
Yep.
All right. And now you're going to deal with Luke.
Yeah.
All right. Nadar Veb going to take on Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I've got 7 dice for you.
I will not fight you.
Yes. I will expose you.
From the coordinated
fire. It's going to cost me a force.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. All right, here we go. There's that fail that I needed to see.
1 fail.
And I'll block 3 of that.
Oh my goodness. My 1 expertise is 2 strikes.
So 3 are going to go through, which is still actually pretty good.
Yep.
All things considered. So yeah, what's the 3? I'm going to be taking, at least 2 damage there.
You're taking at least 2 damage.
Do you want to reapply the expose?
We want to reapply the exposed.
And deal 2 more damage? You want to deal 5 in an exposed?
I can't do 5 in exposed.
Oh, no, that's right. I keep looking at the wrong
it's
thing.
going to be 3 and exposed. I'm going to get a recover, neat, and I'm also going to jump.
Yep, so I will cover 2 of that damage. And because you rolled a fail, I'll just make sure that I'm on the point with you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump anywhere because I'm backstopped at the moment.
Yep.
So, yeah, Luke is quite happy there. There we go. You'll score 1 and you'll get some momentum for that. All right, priority point is going to be Bar2's. That's
K2s.
Sorry, K2s, yep. Which basically means that this is the struggle.
Yeah, the struggle is yours.
This is the struggle at this point. And we got Mr. Cassian. All right, so Cassian's just going to take a move action, and we're going to, or climber, whatever.
He gets up there. Yeah, he's got so many options.
He's going to get up here. And then we're just going to throw some dice into Shack T here, I think. And we're going to switch over to Light It Up.
Okay.
Just, let's see if I can't do 7 points of damage to Shack T. 8 dice into, I was almost rolling 9 there. 8 dice into Shack T. In the box. Oh, that was a crit too. That's a lot of expertise.
Yeah.
Oof. Actually, a fair bit of expertise on my part as well. My expertise is going to be 2 crits.
Okay. So. I am going to, with my 4 expertise, get 2 blocks and a crit to a fail.
Okay. So that'll be 6 damage and a pin. I was really hoping to get the strain in there as well. That would have just been icing on the cake. But, you know, I'm happy with this.
Yeah.
And that is going to be the struggle.
Yeah.
This town is ready to blow. Nadar Veb is going to take 2 points of damage.
All right.
Final struggle of the game, and we got commandeer a new ride.
Interesting.
All right, so doing this one gives me 2 off the hop.
Which is bad.
Doing this one gives me 1 and you none off the hop. So this one?
That's that one.
All right. And who we got? That's going to be...
That's going to be this point over here, which currently has no one on it.
Which is good for me because it's going to force you to move somebody back there. And it's Kit Fisto!
What if it's not Kit Fisto?
Yeah, I can't say I disagree with that.
What if it's the ARFs?
All right, the ARFs do it for you, and they can still actually interact with the game, which is good. Yeah. ARFs eating the strain, it sounds like.
Yeah, we're going to start with their first action, which is going to be to shoot Cassian.
All right, which one's shooting
Start
first?
with this guy back here.
All right, 7 dice coming into Cassian here. And you're just looking for, a shove.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not ideal.
That's
2 expertise.
Not awful. It's just an extra strike.
Is a strike.
So there is a world. If I can block 3, I think.
Yep.
No, but that's the second time I've rolled that roll.
Oh, no. So 3 go through.
Yep, so you got your shove, which is important here.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 damage, a pin, a shove, and an expose.
Okay. Yep, and that just shoves me,
Yeah, down to there.
bonk, right down to there. So that's 3, a pin and an expose. I hate it. God, jeez, my defense dice suck sometimes.
I think we just shoot you again.
Yeah. All right, bring on the pain.
How much health do you have left?
4.
4?
Yeah. Yeah, so you can stop, which is exactly like you don't want to give me...
I don't want to kill you.
Yeah, you don't want to give me a movement here. So, bring it on. That's a very good roll. Jeez.
Well, you're exposed.
My defense dice, man. Like,
Well, in your defense, this is definitely the attack where I'm stopping short. Because you have 4 health remaining, correct?
Yeah, so you're dealing 3 on 2.
Yeah, I'm going to do 2, which is 3.
Yep.
And leaving you alive on 1.
Yep.
And I'm going to shove you again, I guess.
Just going to get him off the elevation?
Yeah.
All right.
And then
Be super
follow
my
up.
defense dice could like actually do something here.
And then it's...
Move on to the ingress point and take the center point.
Hit the ingress point.
Because you got to get up there because bar 2 is still taking this point down here,
And then this guy, he's fine where he is.
Yep.
He's getting
and
backstopped.
you'll score 3.
Yep.
Boom, there we go. Priority point is going to be this dead center. So I got lots of guys who can get there. And we got Boosh. All right, Boosh is going to hit this ingress point and get up to there.
All right, don't like it.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 force, and we're going to low blow.
Okay.
So we're going to push this ARF over to here. And then I'm just going to quickly check something here. And then we're just going to push Boosh.
Oh, you push Boosh as well?
Yep, we push Boosh as well. I stay engaged with you.
Yep.
And then do I spend 1 last force and get some extra dice into this attack? Oh, I also get a focus from that.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah. Quick correction. The movement that Bouche gets over here, she's going to use her own action for that. We're actually going to use the spy reposition to move K2.
Yes, which
over to
is
this point
brutal.
Here. Yeah, we'll move K2 over to this point here. Doesn't actually change anything that I'm doing over here. And now we're going to throw 7 dice into the ARFs. If I get 3 successes, I take them down.
Yeah, I need you to... Woo!
Oh, that's not what you needed to see.
No.
I think I got it here. 4. Oh, jeez, that's awful. That's awful. I got 2 successes and a damage.
You already took the thing that I blocked.
Yeah.
So you're getting 3.
No, no, I get 2 successes and a damage.
Oh, what?
It's like 4 pluses, crit and damage.
I'm looking at her ranged tree.
Yeah. Now, having said that,
yeah,
that's a damage and a pin. That's 2 damage and a shove, and then that's a 4th damage from.
That does still kill them.
So
no.
I do still take you.
No.
And now you're pinned as well. But oh my god, that tree sucks. Yeah. So we're just gonna shove the ARF right over there. That'll be some momentum, and I'm now going to score all 4 points.
Yeah, I recover the damage on Shakti with Flow of the Force, and I need a miracle.
Yeah, you got a lot of people down here at this point. All right, priority point. That's going to be the dead center. So that's good. Most of your guys can reach the center.
Yes.
Oh, let's just flip that, because that's mine. Barchu's there.
Yeah.
All right, Lumi getting top decked.
Lumi getting top decked for possibly the most boring turn.
We've had some pretty boring turns. She's going to lose her hunker, though.
Yeah, she's going to lose her.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think she's engaged with Boost. She has no hunker.
Yeah, that's fair, yeah. Okay.
I don't think with a single climb.
Dash, you mean?
Or I don't think with if I take a move action, I can climb up. So I think I have to do a force
Well, you're
dash.
also engaged at the moment, so you won't be able to climb
Stop
anyway.
being right.
Yeah.
Anyways, force dash.
Yep.
To like...
Force sprint, you mean?
Force sprint.
That's the slowest sprint ever.
Anyways, then it's a climb action.
Yeah.
And hunker, I suppose.
Sure, yep.
We're also flipping her to Ceriso to be more defensive.
I think that makes sense. It's very, very dull, but it's also the safest one. It scores you 2 points.
Yeah.
So boom, there we go. Priority point is going to be Bouche's point, which is excellent for her. And who do we have? We got the Pathfinders. All right, so what we're going to do is we got plans. We're just going to get this one within 5 of Shakti there.
This with a move action?
Yeah, we'll start with some move actions here, and then this one we'll just get over to here because I'm going to be dropping a force in a moment for this, and we're just going to take 2 pot shots into Shakti here.
Okay.
Starting with the one on the ground. That's what the Pathfinders needed to see right there.
Yeah.
Because I'm adding 2 more strikes for this.
Well, get rid of those 2 strikes and a crit.
The
crit to fail.
Oh, it's a crit to fail on
Crit
it?
to fail on 2 expertise, yeah.
All right, then. Yeah, so 4 still go through, which is pretty much what I wanted to see here. That's going to be 4 damage. I'm going to pin you and, I guess, strain you.
Yeah.
So that takes Shakti down and puts some kind of mean conditions on you.
Yeah, it's the only 2 she's not immune to.
Yeah. Oof, okay. Flow of the Force is going to heal up Nadar right there.
Yep.
And then I guess I got a second shot now.
You do.
Jeez, okay. I guess we're just going to take a shot into Luminara. All right, let's see what we do. Not bad. That's a lot of expertise.
Yeah.
We've rolled an obscene amount of expertise and fails this game.
5 expertise is... Oh, man. Do you have expertise first?
I have expertise first, yes.
Okay. This is funny.
So I get a crit and a strike.
All right. I'm going to get block, 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 crit to strike, and strike to fail.
So 2 go through?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy good defense there.
It's so good.
Yeah. So Lumi's just going to take 3. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spend 1 force for defensive maneuvers. And because they have scale, we'll get 1 right over to here. And then this one, we'll just walk up right here.
Which will overwhelm the point.
Overwhelm. Regular mooks. These were veterans of Order 66. That's what's going on here. And yeah, we'll take all 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
Yep.
So very good turn by the Rebel Pathfinders there. Priority point is going to be K2SO. Oh. That is not the one you wanted to see there. He is just here ready to rescue everyone.
Yep.
He's opening the door and showing them out. So yeah, that's what's going on here. So you got Kit Fisto and you got Shakti left.
Yeah.
Do you know who you want to go with?
Not yet.
Gonna top deck Shakti, get rid of the pin, I guess?
She's gonna get rid of the strain, actually.
Well, doesn't she want to be... Oh, I guess...
Because she gets to jump and gets rid of the pin.
That's fair. That's fair. And I guess an advance will still get you over there. I mean, this is the end of the game.
It's the end of the game.
So why don't you get rid of the pin? That way you can focus.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah. Just...
You're right. Yeah. Even though I expressly told you not to do that.
There's been a lot of that in this game. I'm not used to being told I'm right so often.
And then I don't know, this guy does a little dash. Look at him go.
There we go. Kit Fisto. That's been the problem we've had with Kit Fisto. He's
a little out of position.
He's been in horrible parts of the order deck with every time we've used him so far.
And then it's walking time.
Well, she gets a jump first. That's part of the her tactics ability. Yeah. So she jumps right in, and now you focus. Do you want to spend your 2 force and expose me? Or do you want to get a free expertise?
Well, expose. Why not?
Yeah, I think that's...
This is the end of the game anyways. Yeah. I'm going for violence.
All right, there we go. Give me a black eye to finish out the game here.
Here's 8 dice.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Rebel position was just wild. Good roll.
Good roll. 2 expertise is... It's 2 yeah. That's going to be... What the heck is this tree? It's a crit.
And a strike to a crit and a disarm. I will block 3.
I get 3 through.
Yeah, so Boosh is not going down, but no. You can definitely do some damage to me.
I'm going to do 5 damage in a victory jump. A victory jump.
Or 5 damage in a strain even.
I said victory.
Fine, all right, victory. And unfortunately, Shakti fails to take the point back.
No, this was super duper your game.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not going to... And we got Bartu to just finish everything off, which doesn't really matter.
Hold up, I gain a momentum for not scoring enough.
That's fair, that's fair. Does Bartu just try and go beat the crap out of Kit Fisto? Just get swarmed by these just random mooks here? Get him, boys.
Get him.
No, I think we
just call it.
Yeah, I think we're good enough to call it at this point. So there we go. The Jedi were not quite able to keep up with the Rebels in this particular game.
Yeah.
I want to just call out, though, I think this was just such
Boosh did so much today.
Well, you know what? Even Luke. Like Boosh, Luke
had some strong activations, but I think Boosh's activations kind of dominated everything she did.
What world are we living in, man?
Yeah.
Like Boosh, I Shatterpointed Boosh.
Shatterpointed Boosh, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, that's the right call, honestly.
Yeah, I Shatterpointed Boosh. Now, I want to address, earlier in the game when Boosh did the move against the ARFs, I did it in the wrong order. I should have attacked first, then I would have shoved myself down there, and then I could have done the low blow.
And if we're using Shakti as an example, you would roughly be where Shakti is now, because you just shove yourself into Lumi or the wall there.
Yeah.
It functionally changes nothing.
Yeah. So, because in fact, the expertise tree is still better for me, so I still take down the ARFs.
Yes, you actually got an extra success.
Yeah, I actually got an extra success off that one. So yeah, everything still kind of functions the same way. So it was the wrong order, but we discussed it, and it
doesn't change anything. You still did what you wanted to do, and what you wanted to do was dominate the board. With
Boosh.
Yeah, Boosh.
Boosh was my playmaker this game.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Boosh came over and took this point.
Yep,
wait, no, Boosh only went twice. She didn't go 3 times.
Yeah, but Boosh went over here and took a point from 2 Jedi.
Who did I Shatterpoint in the first round? I don't remember.
Man, it's been a long day.
Yeah, I don't remember who I Shatterpoint. Maybe I did Shatterpoint Boosh.
Maybe.
I don't recall now. But no, I did because I had the wonderful Impact 2 from. I Shatterpointed Boosh. I ran her up here.
Yes,
I focused and impacted.
Yes.
And then, yeah.
And then Boosh had another activation where Boosh did something, presumably.
Oh, and then I think she walked up here, and then she low blowed up here as well, I think.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
She did the lineup thing where it was K2, Cassian, her.
Or something like that.
Yeah, and then she tried to take the center point by knocking people off of it.
Yeah. I can't remember what exactly happened. I think what it was, I didn't low blow. I don't think I low blowed. I just went in there and overwhelmed the point with more things.
Yeah, you overwhelmed the point with people on the wrong elevation.
Yeah,
which was also really solid.
Yeah.
No, she did so much for you today.
She did. She was very good. Cassian made Boosh feel a lot better in this game.
Yes, and honestly, Cassian's identity, even though it didn't go off, was such a consideration for me.
There was a lot of times where you're looking at this going, it's like, well, if I do this, this, and this, and then I just point out, it's like, if you kill Bartu, the Pathfinder just advances over.
Struggle 1, I wasn't getting a lot of attrition out, and I felt like that was okay. And then Struggle 2, in order to kind of keep things going, I had a couple times where I was making plays not to kill you, because if I did, you would just get someone else onto the point that I was taking.
Yeah.
Which came back to bite me in Struggle 3 because I had no wounds on anybody.
You were close with a couple guys. I mean, Bar2 had one left.
Bar2 had one left. Cassian, I believe...
4.
I believe we missed putting damage on him at one point because I think he was lower, but...
Did we?
Maybe. Either way, I had a lot of people set up to go. And I had Jedi who could absolutely go over there and smack the dickens out of somebody. But if I did that, I would be giving up a point.
Yeah. Now, I do think that the Order deck did no favors for Kit Fisto this game.
Yeah, he was in a bit of a rough spot.
Which is unfortunate. And because he was also out of position, you weren't able to really use the supporting fire dash all that often.
I kind of really wanted to. And I think that what I really noticed today was that apart from Nadar Veb, a lot of the characters, and Shakti, who were both not when I wanted to draw them a lot of the time, a lot of the movement I get is moving a single, like themselves.
Yeah.
And while I was sitting there, I had Lumi on the top and Kit Fisto in reserve. I was like, I could see a world where I get like 4 dashes. That's so much movement, but 3 of them were on the same person.
Yeah,
right.
And by the time that was also happening, like so many of your guys were knocked down and down.
Yes.
Yeah, because like the first struggle for the Rebels, it was a little slower for them. Like it was a good struggle. Like it was very tight.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You took it in the end. But struggle 2, man, the Rebels just showed up and just started rolling.
Yes. K2 made such an annoyance with lockdown.
Oh, such a good ability.
Such a phenomenal ability that you leveraged really well. Like I was saying, I could get 3 dashes on Lumi and just beeline her for the back point, but she's not getting to move him off that point.
Yeah, no, right? K2 is definitely worth the 5 points here
for sure.
Yeah, I think at one point, I think my first struggle where I really slowed down here is I was not force efficient with it, and I got better with the other ones. You had force for days.
Yes, I did like that about this list.
And up to the very end there, I kept looking, it's like, well, you keep holding on to force repulse, so I got to deal with Shakti here.
Yes, and that was a really good play. Not being able to use Shakti's force repulse because of the force cost.
It would have taken you the center point back here, no question about it.
I think if I'm trying this list again, and I hate it because I want to play Kit Fisto more, but I think I'm trying Ki-Adi-Mundi instead.
I was going to say, I don't think Lumi and Kit are Lumi and Kit are the best pairings. I think you lacked some oomph. I
wanted the control. I wanted the full recovery. I wanted to really kind of use like Nadar Veb's force recovery and the extra force from Shakti to do those really big, fancy, high force moves.
I want to point out that Nadar Veb healed up a lot this game.
Nadar healed up a lot.
It wasn't until Luke finally said, you know what, no, we're done here.
I will say very early on, I was feeling the power out of doing that. Like Nadar recovered a bunch. The Padawan learners got to recover a bunch.
Yes.
The full recovery on the Padawans felt amazing.
You recovered a whole bunch, and unfortunately, it just the damage wasn't going back onto me, and I never had a situation where I didn't have somebody who could sit and take an objective.
Yeah.
So on one hand, I think you playing around Cassian's identity was a smart idea.
It was smart at the start, but I think there was a point much earlier on where I should have gone, I think I just need to kill a guy and eat the fact that you're getting value out of that.
Yeah.
Because when I started getting to Struggle 3 where it really mattered,
yeah, the attrition wasn't there.
Yeah, the attrition wasn't there, and following through on it was too high risk.
Yeah, and when I'm not lacking any bodies to take points, and you were lacking like 2,
I'm lacking the
bodies,
ARFs and the Padawans, and it was not ideal. No. And Kit Fisto was on the opposite end of the board.
Yeah, Kit Fisto was a victim of circumstance there.
Yeah,
unfortunately, because we've seen him do some really cool stuff. Although, actually, no, have we? We've just seen him influence the game by basically going, I don't want to deal with you.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how we basically see him, because I don't think I shot him once.
I don't think you shot him.
Yeah.
You pushed him off of a thing.
Yeah.
He got moved around a couple times.
Just for giggles. For giggles.
For giggles?
For giggles.
What are the giggles?
Bar2 into Kit Fisto here.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, wow. All right. All right, then we'll get 2 through on that one. So that's we're up to 3 damage.
Okay.
And if I spike and full tree this one. Wow.
Blocking 2.
That's a lot of expertise. That's going to be another 4 points of damage. So yeah, so I don't take him down. I don't take him down. But Bartu deals 7 points of damage to Kit Fisto.
Sure. You know what? It's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, they got this. They got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go, man. It's great to see more of the new models hit the table and everything like that. And we got more coming at you later. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game. We'll see you next time. Happy wargaming.